Oh, yes. What a lovely way to say good morning. Welcome to the TBS, the True Breakfast Show on the Tuesday morning, the 19th of March, the 2024. Good morning. Welcome to Liberia's biggest breakfast show. We're right here from 7:30 straight up to 10 o'clock this morning. 7 breakfast. The love of liberty matters, yeah. Let justice be done to all. Good morning to the 15 counties. This is on Marka Davis on the TBS. Let's have a great time after serving breakfast. As we drive your way through this morning, let's keep it going well on the Tuesday morning on the TBS. And let's say good morning to our silent listeners, members of the Silent Listener Association. Some of you broke out of silence on yesterday. This is the TBS. Good morning, His Excellency President Joseph Yuma Boakai, the President of the Republic of Liberia. Good morning. Wake up well. We're wishing you well this morning. It's good that we wish our leaders well. Yes, let's say good morning to you, Marka. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, Onu. We are great this morning. Thank God we are on our feet and doing our work. It's great for us to be here again. Good morning to our many followers for joining us. And thanks that you are always here. Once we are here and you are here together, we run a show up to 10 o'clock. It's great for us to stand by our country. We are trying gradually. We'll get there.
Okay, very well.
Yeah.
Someone say, how you and Marka normally connect? I said, right after the True Breakfast Show, 1 minute he's gone to his news department, and I'm into my radio department.
Yeah.
Yes. But he said, well, you connect very well. I say, that's the beauty of radio.
Yes, sure.
Yeah. There are some other talk shows. I mean, you see the host, the co-host fighting.
Yeah, sure. But
yeah, it don't work
not
with
a
us.
case, yeah.
No.
Yeah, so we are great, and good morning again to all of our wonderful followers this morning. We're here this morning again to bring you up to speed with happenings in the country. A lot of things to talk about. This 100 days deliverables.
Got 57 days.
Yes, contracts being given to companies and all of that to work on major roads in the country. But some members of the Senate are questioning the procedures and all of that. So yes, a lot of things. And again, yesterday, the order coming from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and, so many things to talk about. Well, folks, good morning, and to our partner community radio stations who are always relaying the program and other programs here. We'd love to say thank you so much for extending our programs in your communities. And thanks to all of you who are following us through these other community radio stations that are reading the programs. We are grateful to all of you, and we hope that we can do better.
Great. Yes, let's take our motivation. Today is Tuesday, and I'm going straight out to Lima Bowie. She will be our guest. The first edition in next month, Lima Bowie will be our guest. So let's remove our motivation this morning. Growing up, as I've often heard, evil thinkers are evil doers. This was often said to cheat us from thinking evil and negative thoughts. We were often encouraged as children to think about good things. As I grew older, I have seen scriptures that speak about our thoughts. The one in particular that I like is Philippians 4 verse 8. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, whatever is good for our life, let us live it. Think about it. Live positive. And of course, this is our morning motivation from Nobel Peace Laureate Lima Bowie. Yes, filling us in with our motivation this morning. Yes, today is the birthday of Big Brother J. Kenneth Mako. I'd like to dedicate the show to you, Kenneth Mako. Happy birthday to you, J. Kenneth Mako. I'd like to say good morning, and I dedicate the breakfast show to you this morning. Yes, let's all have for the lineup. My man tell me say he resigned from the CDC. I said belated.
Who that?
And Lester Tenney.
So, let's talk resignation or news. Oh.
What news? Let me have the best friend of, and then we will come back. Osama Twe. When D2 turn, you'll see Lester Tenney. They
Mhm.
how you accuse the other people. I agree with that one. Anyway.
Yeah, so coming up
Mhm.
this morning, as usual, we will take the health tips with David Coty for 5 minutes this morning on the show. Part after it will bring you the review of the papers to bring you up to speed with what's coming up in the print media as well while you are listening to the broadcast. In our studio chat this morning, Seti Brothers discuss or causing pollution as residents of the operation areas are complaining. So we'll talk about that. President Boakai asked GSC to audit three entities. We remember the NSA, the EPS, and the central bank. But reports that after a month, he wrote the GSC asking to stop the NSA audit for security reasons. LACC asking the Auditor General,
The AG.
yes, for
Mm-hmm.
the term of reference of the asset recovery team. Okay. By law, the LACC should tackle and fight corruption in Liberia, as we are all aware. But coming up at 8:40, we open the line on the segment Talk to Leaders to give you the opportunity to, air your views on the discussions we are having on the show this morning. At 5 after 9, we'll bring you sports, entertainment, and commercials brought to you by Orange Liberia. 9:20 to 10 o'clock this morning, the Director of Press and Public Affairs at the House of Representatives, Robert Haynes, will be our guest this morning on the last segment of the TBS as the Senate and the House are on their break,
Mm-hmm.
or a constituency or agriculture break. We'll talk about the work they've done so far. I think this is the first quarter break.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the Director of Press will be here to talk more about the House. Uh, and the new draft budget because, as you are aware, it is likely that they will either be recalled or
Mm-hmm.
they will call themselves or the executive will call them back to deliberate and pass the budget. So, Robert will be here this morning as our guest on the show. Let's talk about the House of Representatives, some of the major happenings there and during the sitting. Yes, so Robert will be here. In the midst of all country first, this is the show this morning. We hope you stick with us this morning up to 10 o'clock.
Great. Beautiful lineup, the breakfast show. Let's say happy birthday to Kenneth Mako again. Happy birthday to you. 110 of the Liberia National Police Commissioner Patrick Smith. 130 today's your birthday. Yes, yes, happy birthday. The male interpreter of fast nickel and a slow down. After Councilor Casa Zuba has said that. Today's your birthday, 130. Let's bring you health table David Ernest Coty. David Coty. David Coty. He mentioned refused to publish David Coty's name. Anyway. Go there, David Coty. Yeah, seeking for fair. Now, the violence taking it by force. You better take it by force. David Coty, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning to you. Good morning to Ambassador Davis.
Good morning.
Today we're talking about blindness. About 40 to 45 million people are blind around the world today. And some are blind because of lack of awareness. And number two, some are blind because they don't just care. They don't care attitude. I have talked about blindness in several forms. Many times when some people are not taking even one step to say they want to check their husband. Glaucoma can make you blind. AIDS can make you blind. Diabetes can make you blind. Trauma can make you blind. Or cataract can make you blind. Today our topic is on cataract. Cataract is the clouding of the clear lens of the eye. There are more than 26 million cataract surgeries globally each year. Every year, more than 26 million surgeries are done on cataract. So that tells you how serious it is. Cataract surgery takes place between 15 to 20 minutes. Don't be afraid. Those who have been lying to you, so when you go, they will take up your eyeball, work on it and put it back, that lie. I have done two surgeries, cataract surgeries, one in my left eye, one in the right one. I have two new lenses now. They are there forever and ever. Amen. The first time I did it on my left eye, it took 45 minutes. When I went to the JFK, it took 15 to 20 minutes, right between it. When the clouded lens is removed, a new lens will be put there. Like I said, it will be there forever and ever. Amen. Now, the only time I know that a whole eyeball can be removed is when they are taking out cancer. This is why you need to check your eye from time to time. Because if your eye has cancer and you don't know about it, you will die. Now, if you refuse for the doctors to remove your eye to take out the cancer, you will die. Because that cancer will run throughout the other organs and destroy them. The whole thing is that when the eye is removed, for cancer to be removed, the eye will not be put back. No, it will not be put back. I will find time early next week to talk about something called prosthesis. The removal of eye and blah, blah, blah. We'll talk about it. Now, some of the causes of cataract, age. Once you are above 40, my friend, you must expect something happening to your eye. If you're suffering from cataract. And sometimes they come from family history. There are some people, when your uncle had it before, or your grandpa, whatever, it can happen to you. Now, what are the symptoms? What do you see to know that you're developing cataract? Number one, dim vision. Your eye becomes blurred. You can't see things so clearly. You're driving, and you gotta be careful. Trouble seeing at night. In the nighttime, you can't see things clearly. Those are signs of cataract. Number three, the need for brighter light for seeing. You go in somewhere, something you gotta use light, bright light to be able to see. Remember this. Do not put your telephone or laptop on in a dark room. Don't do it. When you use your laptop in a dark room, you will develop what we call radiation cataract in your laptop. So those of you who brought Facebook to Liberia, from morning to evening, you can't rest. You're the only one who knows about Facebook. You gotta leave this thing in at night and don't depend on your telephone light. When we talk about light, your whole room must be very clear enough with good light. Don't say, okay, Sandy said, you're not going to use telephone and now I will use my telephone light. That is not enough. Radiation cataract, you will develop, and that will make you blind. Thank you. I mean, good job. Everything you on my back of a job, Joe. Where are we? Yeah, man, job, I'm enjoying it.
No, when you to work in Uncle Joe's government.
Yeah,
We want you to be announced as ambassador. I saw a post on Jonathan Pelletti quickly. He said, too many ambassadors. Now, with this phone country, everybody now ambassador.
That's the reason why I'm working in my little car. So you know that I enjoy this because
No one make you ambassador Alash, Ambassador David Coty.
no. The only job I want is to become Minister of Maintenance.
Okay.
And that ministry must be created. That's the
Okay.
only job I want.
Wait for family meeting. Wait for your family meeting with Uncle Joe.
That's the only bad thing. I'm a member of the first family up to now, my name can't be announced. I think
All right. See you, man.
See you, David.
See you, David.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, yeah. All right. This is the Breakfast Show 96.1. David Coty with our health tip. Let's bring you the review of the papers was making news on the print media this morning. And so I asked, what do you got this theme song from for the review of the papers? And I see colors it from Cordova Salif. This song is taken from the motion picture Mohana, a very beautiful cartoon. Dwayne Johnson. Let's bring you the review of the local daily, starting off with the Heritage newspaper on the newsstand for $40 Liberian dollars. The front page of the Heritage newspaper on justice at national human rights. Justice Minister, the former Justice Minister Mossadegh misled Liberia. Well, it's a big question mark here on justice at UN rights. Former Justice Minister Mossadegh misled Liberia. It's a question mark. Mossadegh has been captured here on the front page of the Heritage. You can grab a copy and read the rest of the story. Let's see if I can go to the back page. What the back page have. Former magistrate received 25 years prison sentence for rape. 25 years. Yes, anyways, on the back page here of the Heritage, grab a copy and read the rest of the story. Thousands of Liberia finds their jobs at risk. We're saying this. Yeah, it's on the back page here. If I can zoom this, it's not possible to get this one. It says thousands of Liberians finds that job at risk. Grab a copy of the heritage and read the rest of the story.
And the Daily Observer newspaper is the next. The lead story on the front page of the paper: all diplomatic official passports rendered invalid as fight against passport fraud begins. The photograph of the ministry symbol on the front page of the Daily Observer newspaper. Another sub lead story: Independent National Commission on Human Rights fails to investigate 14 years of human rights violators. Dr. George Boley alleges described Councillor Denzel Brown as a failure, while
Hmm.
the photograph of uh, Dr. George Boley, former leader of the defunct rebel group Liberia Peace Council, on the front page of the Daily Observer newspaper. Another sub-lead story: LTA signs quality of service regulations to protect consumers. The photograph also of Madam Edwina Zakpa and representatives of mobile companies on the back of the front page of the Daily Observer newspaper. Let's go to the back page. Qatar donates to Liberian Muslims. Well, that's another story on the back page of the Daily Observer newspaper.
Hmm.
Rule of law is declining in Liberia. LMBA's national secretary asserts. The photograph of Councillor Bonavama on the back page of the Daily Observer newspaper. The Secretary General of the Liberian National Bar Association is saying that rule of law is declining in Liberia. That's it for the Daily Observer.
Yes, let's move on to the hot pepper. The front page of the hot pepper. Public Works illegally awards 21 million road contracts. And I'm saying Senator Magioye alleges, yeah, it's on the front page as a major story. It says Public Works illegally awards 21 million contract. This contract talks about those who are awarded, they have not met the PPCC. They didn't go through the bidding. Well, since it's wrong, Public Works illegally awards 21 million contracts. Wrap up copy and read the rest of the story this morning. Return all diplomatic official service passport. There's a sub story here on the front page from the hot pepper. Sarah Basil is here on the front page, been captured. Says return all diplomatic officials service passport. Foreign minister orders in 2 weeks. Yes, you have them returned. I remember some part of last year, Sheikh Kuyate came out with some passports of the outgoing officials,
Yes.
like Eugene Nambwe, XYZ, Finabono, or having
Yeah.
new diplomatic passport renewing it for 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. Government is government. Let's go to the back page quickly. The back page, yeah, the back page. Asila mental vocational education model tackles youth unemployment crisis. It's on the back page here. Ends the review of the hot pepper.
Yes, so the next paper is the GNN Liberia, the banner headline: Lota Capital Partners, Harvard, and uh, African Bank holds second African Bank roadshow conference today. Now, what is that? If you read it, you get a copy of the papers, you read the detail of the story. LRA engages business community in dialogue to foster revenue growth. That's another story on the front page of the GNN Liberia. Qatar donates to Liberian Muslims. So let's go to the back page of the GNN Liberia. Councillor Dempster Brown is a consummate liar, Dr. Bole clarifies. Well, the photograph of Dr. George Bole as well as Councillor Dempster Brown on the back page of the Global News Network Liberia. Another sub-lead story on the back page: amid CDC quest to resist assets recovery, core Maba Malu expresses support. Well, the photograph of the former chairman of the ruling party on the back page of the GNN Liberia. Janga Kowo appointed chairman of CDC. The photograph also of Janga Kowo there. Minister Pay vows to transform Ministry of Mines and Energy as revenue generator. Okay, that's the photograph of Minister Whitmer P. also there on the back page of the GNN Liberia. So that's it.
Yes, let's move on to the New Democrat, Thomas Kamara Democrat newspaper. BMMC lies on an oath, and of course, you have House Speaker Fanati Kofi has been captured on the page from the Democrat grapple copy. Jefferson Koji threatens the national security. So, sub this story from sitting there, yeah, Tamakoji has been captured here on the front page of the Democrat. Threat against journalist Scott, Michael Scott, the communication director. PUL raises concern. It's also on the front page of the Democrat. You can copy and read the rest of the story here. NPA unveils further financial misconduct. Captures suspect with illegal firearm. A lot of things happening at the Freeport there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, maybe tomorrow we'll just take our whole time on the Freeport. Yes, NPA unveils further financial misconduct. Captures suspect with illegal firearms. It's on the back page here of the New Democrat, and finally on the back page of the Democrat, Mustafa Raji in hot zone. I'm just saying, yeah. Raji is in hot zone. You can grab a copy of the Democrat and read the rest of the story this morning. Yes, then of course our last tab have to do with the front page Africa. I didn't say that, the New Republic anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, let's see what the front page Africa have. Early fallout.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ronnie. Scramble for jobs for Nibayans. Proximity to the president and opposition to war crimes, quote, leads to PYJ withdrawal of support from ruling Unity Party. Front page terminated as the early fallout. President Joseph Boyka had been captured on the front page. And of course, Senator Prince Yomin Johnson also on the front page. He looked very serious. This says, I'll grab a copy and read the rest of the story this morning. Extreme and absolute poverty in Liberia. It's a sublead story here. From the front page, this talk about, I didn't get this one too clear. Yes,
Okay.
just extreme poverty in Liberia. Anyway, no poverty just everywhere. So maybe the exact community, what is the Grand Basel story you carry anyway? Yeah, so that ends the review of the local dailies. The papers are on the newsstand, just $40 Liberian dollars. You can grab a copy and read the rest of the story this morning. Yes, good morning to all of you listening. This is the True Breakfast Show on 96.1, the Hard and Soft Liberia. Most of our talking points, let's hope those of you who are in government, those of you who have left government, receive this in a good faith. This is nothing personal. You know, we will sit behind the microphone, we speak just issues that is affecting our society. That's the one I just want to remind most of you, our policymakers, all of you. When you're addressing, you refer to us as members of the fourth estate, and we are not opposition. Journalists were not opposite. Some of our colleagues are choose to go in the other way, but we are professionals, and the professionals must help guide the state. That's why we are gatekeepers of the society. All right. So before our talking point, Mecca has something in his news. I think with Lester Tenney. I just want to
Yeah.
have just few seconds on that because when I heard Dr. Tenney's, I was a little bit ferocious within my own spirit. Dr. Tenney is now coming out accusing, you know, voicing out most of the things that happened in the last 6 years. And I want to say to Dr. Tenney, good morning. I had several interviews with you on the Scene Network. This is far belated. Elections are now over. Liberians thinking how to move forward. Of what you have said, they are all true. But I'm also disappointed of you, Dr. Tenney. The reason why I'm saying this, Dr. Tenney was well seen with Samuel Toure throughout. You can have problem with Nathaniel McGill. You have problem with Janga Cole or whosoever in the party. Then you still with one of the most able lieutenant in the CDC, who's Samuel Toure. When you come to the top three in the CDC, close to George Weah, you come Toure, D Toure. After Samuel McGill, got sanctioned, that Samuel Toure took over the show. Yes. And Dr. Tenney, when you turn left of Samuel Toure, you'll see Dr. Tenney. Then how come you have a problem, man? I'm still yet confused. I'm confused, man. Throughout. You go to the Ministry of Finance in an executive meeting, you still see Tenney and Toure. You can spot this kind of relationship. But meanwhile, you have problem with some executive in the CDC. Yeah, that's my take on it with Tenney team, man.
Yeah. So
You should have tell his
again,
best friend, say, but man, the way the party proceeding, when Samuel Toure go back in that CDC, people gonna listen. Yeah.
yeah. Again, I can't say much about that. He expressed himself and gave reasons why he think he should leave. But I don't know why he's leaving at the time the party is out of power.
Yeah. You are the power already. Then they're saying you're going to form a new political party, a new party with Boba Molu and things like that.
They said they're forming something,
Yeah.
whether it's a civil society
Yeah,
group
justice
as a
for this and that.
stand,
Yeah.
or otherwise stand. We'll try to find a definition
Yeah.
what they call stand.
The reason why you're struggling is because if you place a call to Boba Molu, you don't pick your
No,
call.
no.
So how will you know his own organization? So,
But,
talking about justice.
but I really don't care.
No, I mean you struggle with the name because you don't
But
really connect.
at least the acronym is stand.
Stand.
Yeah,
Stand for justice. Something like justice. Let's put a justice there for
something like
him.
whatever. But I mean, it's not important. That mobile then go sit and rest more.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, let them go.
Yes, great. So let's move on. That thing, that's it there. Anyway. Too late. You don't really. You have to wait for 6 years to pass. Anyway. Yeah, but you still got.
I received someone text message on the news this morning.
Mm-hmm.
They got, hey man, I wish I can find that message. The person said, thank God that attorney resigned for CDC, but for us Unity Partisan, we're not getting joining our government. Then you wait. It was a reaction on the news.
Okay, on the news.
Yeah, text reaction on the news.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, but I think he need a job. He's the dean for the business college at the University of Liberia.
Yeah.
But that if I was in some of your class and you bring politics with it, I will ask you. And some of your students can even be disappointed and say, but that you having problem with the party, but you were one of the voice within the party, did well. You seen with him every now and then. Then you coming up pointing at a few individuals. No man. Anyway, let's move on. It is too hard. Yeah. Brother, Sadi Brother is one of the few companies, industrial companies we have in the country that should be spending good dollars corporate responsibilities. See, brothers, when you talk about plastic chairs, there are some public outcry that most of the chairs you even sit in, they are substandard before then when you sit in the years, but nowadays breaks for come up. Sadi Brother should be doing more because why? We Liberians, we spend our dollar. The steel factory, yes. The steel factory and the plastics. The plastic standard, they don't meet the standards. As part of the social corporate responsibility, SETI is not that the road leads from the junction to the UP side, and this company makes dollars. They are causing serious pollution. Some of the workers are even afraid if they come out to speak, they'll be out of the system. Dual plus. There are some major protests planned to come out. So Sadi Brother play the smartest game now. When district in District 13. So all once that you have the officers around, people should have a plan. Say, okay, we'll do a protest then before coming out. I mean, this should go to our lawmakers. If you're a lawmaker and you find out that your district is an industrial district, try to engage these companies. It will be very helpful.
Yeah. So again, we want to call on the EPA, since the residents of the area are complaining about the issue of pollution.
Yes.
We think it is appropriate that the EPA moves in and do an assessment to know the harm that their operation may be causing the environment and the people. I think this will be a tip to the EPA to move in and do some assessment and investigation to see the impact of whatever pollution.
Then you have water there, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That SETI may be causing the people in that is it a chicken soup factory area?
Chicken soup factory, the one they call Dual Plus.
Okay.
Dual Plus.
So I think this is a call. That's why, because you remember most of the time when some institutions take decisions, they will tell you that, well, our investigation and this were based on media reports and this and that. So we are playing our role by bringing these things to the attention of the relevant institutions to go ahead and conduct. In fact, the last time the EPA itself issued fines and banned some companies, it was based on, in that their investigation finding, they said their investigations were premised on media reports,
Mhm.
complaints, and
Mhm.
all of that.
Mhm.
So this is another one coming up. Dr.
Emmanuel
Emmanuel
Yakpawolo.
Yapawolo.
Mhm.
Yes, this is another one coming up. People around the Seti Brother factories are complaining about pollution of their areas. So we think it is appropriate that the EPA moves in, conduct an assessment and investigation on the impact of that pollution that the people are complaining about, so that the appropriate measures can be taken. So if SETI is not doing certain things that's supposed to control the pollution, they should be compelled to do that.
And fine.
Yes, they should be compelled to do that if they are violating any of the laws. Yeah, I mean the environmental protection and management laws. They should be held liable for that, and the appropriate punishment be levied against the company. So we can't let our people be complaining and we just
Mhm.
say on radio and that be
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
No outcome. I think that's why the government went ahead to establish some institutions like yours, the EPA, to be able to do some of these things for the people of Liberia.
So this is a follow up also to the Minister of Labor, Minister
Kopokura.
Kubokura.
Yeah.
All right. So some of the guys, I feel that they are leaking information out to the media, and I mean that jobs could be
So people are,
affected.
yeah, people
You
will be
know,
suspecting who
yeah,
is
who's leaking
talking to
information
media
all to the
people,
media?
and
We are working in the warehouse, no material, no safety gears, and all of that. So Kubokura, good morning to you. I mean, we want you to follow up, please.
yes, and this query
Hmm.
lies within the office of Brown, Charles Brown, who is the commerce,
Hmm.
I mean not commerce, but the labor inspector, to go in and observe the place and see how the work environment looks like, whether it's conducive, whether the people get all the safety material they need. I mean, if they are protected, because their rights should be protected, not only based on maybe salary or their wages, but also their protection, their safety, their health. Is, I mean, these are all important aspects of the work environment. So we think so these two institutions should collaborate on this.
Collaborate together.
Okay,
I'm
and
sure much of the EPA.
yeah,
Yes,
but
I'm not discrediting Minister Cooper Cry, right?
no,
But for the EPA, for what Yakpawolo have exhibited to East International, that you make
mm,
sure 55,000 be paid to government coffers.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I'm sure of the EPA.
yeah,
Yakpawolo, thank you for listening to the media, and I want you to move into SETI, brother.
yeah,
Minister Cooper Cry, I also want you to move in to have these people protected on the job. Let me just take you for example. Marka and I, some part of last year of August,
mm,
we went to the Coca-Cola factory, right?
yes,
Coca-Cola
the
factory.
G5 and
The G5 company. You know, most of the workers have reached out to us. Interestingly, so the management decided to invite the True Breakfast Show team to have a walkout throughout the plant. You believe this? We toured the entire area and there were questions being asked. Gentlemen, how is the working condition? The same guys who have complained to us, they say everything okay here. I want to call that protect your own job.
mm,
Okay, this plane factory appears that there is a one exit door here. Is it true? The man said no, there are several doors here. The same man who told us that, I mean, only one entrance, one way to go out. The same people went to all. They would have left the compound. People feel that that job was not protected. The business will not be as usual. Like Joseph Boyka has said. This thing we are bringing up to the public. The EPA should move as an alert and move into SETI Brothers. And the Minister of Labor, the Ministry of Labor should do a follow up. I mean, this company, we're not stopping you to work, but the people should work with that care. The respect should be there. The right should not be violated. All right. So let's move on. I mean, Yapawolo, the guy is saying kind of, yeah, they don't waste time. Yes, Boga did one of the best appointments to say. I mean, Yapawolo, he just like tell him, no back and forth. So, the president, remember, on 2 days or so, will be on the GSC report. So, with all indication, President Joseph Boyka have asked the GSC to run an audit or full audit on the Central Bank of Liberia. Some of you have problem when we're reading out the GSC report. When this audit is completed, I can tell you by next month, 1 month audit, so 1 month of it, audit GSC is conducting at the CVL. There are some names you will hear, and I can assure you we'll have the full report. Yes, that's on the CBL. Also on the EPS, I don't know whether the president will decide and say let's leave the EPS like he did with the NSA. The NSA won't I think President Barker, yes, for security reason, that's one of the smartest moves to stop it because we saw a lot of listening on the social media. You don't know NSA personnel. You don't. So the NSA to all the past year have not performed. Let me say this to the NSA. Despite President Barker have said, do not audit the NSA because of what? Security reasons. But the NSA, I mean, you are not performing over the years. The reason why I'm saying this, if the Liberia National Police struggle to some investigation, the NSA should be able to help. There are a lot of investigation during the past regime were pending. There was no tip up for the NSA. President Burger, that should be your next appointment. The NSA boss. We need a new NSA boss. The NSA had not been helping to tip up. Anyways, good one is just stop it. Don't audit the NSA for security reasons. I want to agree with the president on that. But the NSA in the past had not been helping our security with information. You don't know NSA personnel. You don't. Except someone tells you, say, well, I work with the NSA. That's it. So we'll look forward for the audit and the other report on the Central Bank of Liberia, the CBL, and also on the EPS. What? When I want release by, it'll be easy. Yeah. Yeah. Then before we get the lines activated, this issue of the asset recovery is causing problem. Good morning, His Excellency Joseph Yuma Boyka. It's good for a leader to listen always. I mean, you have set up this asset recovery team. Now the LACC believe that owner job too is going to be on mine. Yes, so the LAC have written a communication to the Auditor General asking for the TOR of what? The Assets Recovery Team. Because by law, there is an act that created the LACC. So you're going to have another auxiliary group to have asset recovery while you still have the what? The LACC who also there to prosecute. Mind you, the LACC is also saying that the asset recovery team, well, they can work, but they should channel just through the LACC, and I think that's how it should be. Yes, His Excellency, good morning. If others have made a mistake in the past, this government should know the LACC was created by the Act, and they should work effectively. So if we leave them and just focus on the asset recovery, then what happened with the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission? That's what they have written the Auditor General. Yes, Marka.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, sometimes we know that sometimes when you want to achieve certain thing with urgency, maybe you can set up a sub team to perform certain functions. So I think that's the reason why the LACC wants to know clearly the term of reference for the asset recovery team. So I think that should be made known. And one thing I can say also is that maybe the president wants the asset recovery and property retrieval team to focus solely on investigating some of these things, while the LACC will, go about doing, other responsibilities, because it has huge wide range of work. So I think one thing I took from the LACC chairperson, the executive chairperson, Councilor Zoe, when she was here the last time, was that she is not 100%. She's not against setting up a team, but to collaborate. To collaborate is very important. They can collaborate. The LACC itself can have a role to play in the workings of the team. Okay, these are some of the things she mentioned. So I think it is important that they too get to know the exact term of reference for the team. Then there will not be spill over or usurpation of certain functions and all of that. So I think it's important. The president may want certain thing to be done with urgency. Again, there are many sides of the coin. So one argument could be that, well, if you are taking funds to allocate to the team, why can't you allow the same funding to LACC to do the work when they have various departments that even cover asset recovery and all of that? So again, let a term of reference come up. But the most important thing is that I think the LACC should have some role to play, and there should be huge collaboration in that work they are trying to
Of
do.
course,
Yes, yes,
they should work through the LACC
yeah.
because they are there by law. There's an act that created the LACC. Yes, man. So, what I'm hearing that Dr. Yakpawolo
Mm,
is prohibited from going to work as a result of still order
okay,
issued by Justice in Chambers
okay.
due to a petition for writ of prohibition filed by Professor Wilson Tape on claims that he has tenure even though he was by law intern executive director.
Mm,
So this case is pending. So the
okay.
our issue of Yakpawolo working. Hey man, hey man. Oh. I was enjoying the working of Dr. Yaba Wolof, man. Anyway, but anyway, so I think the EPA still have a team there. It's a setup team. If today the government will pay, you'll still take pay. So the information
Mm.
will provide information. So what are
Yeah, so but
you Yaba, if you don't go there, that means that only you can move this
they have the
place.
department there, so
Yeah.
they can still go, they can still go there and and do the assessment, do the investigation, and still come up. So
Mhm.
I mean, nothing can stop
In
them
the
from doing
absence
that.
of you Yaba
Yeah,
Wolof.
yeah, nothing can
So if
stop
you don't
them.
do it, that means that only you want one man with driving thing. So I've provided the information for y'all. Look on the social media page on our page. People updating you. Chicken Soup Factory is one build. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yes. I mean, just everywhere. Seti brother. Just go through and we have provided the information for the public. Great. So before the telephone line, I received this message on the social media on last night. The representative of Grand Jida County, Jacob Debbie,
Mm-hmm.
was traveling from Monrovia to Grand Jita. You know, we've been doing this public art crowd to His Excellency that the people of Grand Jita, one major rainfall could cut the whole Grand Jita off. You know, as part of Joseph Boyka, President Boyka, Harris agenda, I think Roe is part of it. You know, so there is a town between Tapeta City and Blo Della in Nima County, en route to Tool City, Grand Jita County. According to the information, he said, I met two trucks stuck in the mud, which was the best side, so I decided to use the other side. I mean, this is the exact information I'm giving out for
Mm.
the Minister of Public Works. Please, the Southeast, as part of the president agenda, he said that no vehicle will be stuck in the mud in 100 days. I mean, we'll go 57 days, but not the politics of it. Something needs to be done. Yeah, something needs to be done over our road.
Yeah, so in line with that again, in line with Senator McGill's
Hmm.
press conference yesterday when he questioned this issue of the Minister of Public Works, contracting people already to do these road interventions.
Hmm.
We understand that there was a letter written. So I think Mr. Senator McGill's main point of contention is that
There's no vetting.
no, I think they were vetting done, but
Mm-hmm.
is one of the points of contention is that there's no budget passed yet.
Okay.
So for you to, even though there was money, okay, allocated, this letter is addressed to this. This is March 12th, 2024. This letter is addressed to the executive director of the Public Procurement and Concession Commission, and it comes from the Deputy Minister for Budget and Development Planning,
Okay.
Madam Tana Bronson. So it says, I'm pleased to present my compliments, and here we've confirmed that US $22,389,595 United States dollars has been allotted in a draft national budget for the 100 days deliverables to be executed by the Ministry of Public Works. We hope that this information will help to guide your decision. Best regards. So this was written to the PPCC.
Okay. So I also understand that the PBCC approved
Yes.
the
So
money.
good.
Yes, yes. The PBCC approved the 21 million.
Yes. So
Mm-hmm.
so this was the request, and the response to the request for no objection by the PPCC. So they agree and even listed the companies that I think qualify to do the contracts. So including Chico, Geoscope, Mandy Construction Company, Longzane Well Engineering Company, BK Enterprise, and some of these companies. So the money is approved, but one of Minister McGill's point is the budget in which this money was allocated has not been passed.
Okay.
Yes, so because the legislature will have to debate the budget and pass it, and then the president will sign it, then you can go. So he is saying that the budget is not passed, and you are awarding contract. It means
already,
especially on letter to proceed, which means go ahead, do the work, find money to do the work. He believes that by doing this, you are telling the companies to credit on behalf of the government.
And it's a risk to these commercial banks. Yes, like you have your company, the contract is not passed, the money is not there, the budget is not passed, but you're assuming that let me do this work, I'll still be paid.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So this is Minister McGill's point of contention on this entire stuff, but with the executive, they are moving to ensure that they can, have the 100 days deliverables.
How many days will gone?
Which they have gone
57 days.
Yeah, around 50 something. I can't be exact with it, but the funds to deliver on that road stuff is like I said again, 22,389,595.13
Okay.
That's the money. So the executive believe that with this money, they can do the intervention on the major roads across the country and have accessibility.
All right, great. So don't ask me, so what the LSCC have been waiting for ever since to recover assets? You don't know LSCC have been complaining they don't have fundings. They have been funding. They have no funding. You need money. You remember Serena Silva said he didn't have many million to recover. There's a billion. Time to can fly. Anyway, time to fly is a whole lot. Yes.
Yes, folks. That's it this morning on our studio chat. We'll give you now the opportunity to
let's speak.
0770-202-579, 0770-202-579,
0770-153-265. Call. Let's do a minute per call until 9 o'clock this morning, right here on the Breakfast Show. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, let's take the first call this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka.
Good morning.
Let me say good morning to you. This is Congo, Prince Ivan Congo, and I call you from Kingsville. Well, let me first of all appreciate you guys for the conversation this morning. Like I said yesterday, I want to use this time to re-emphasize those of us who are concerned geopolitics. We are making this very clear, crystal clear to the appointing power that we will not sit and allow a sociologist to be the chief mineral inspector of Liberia.
Does that appointment violate any law?
Yes, it violates the act that established the Ministry of Mines and Energy. In fact, when you read the act, it says that it is the Minister of Mines and Energy that has the sole prerogative to appoint who becomes chief mineral inspector. In the light, we are hearing that the appointment came from the president, and we think it is wrong. Now, we are receiving information that the inspector general is for the Liberty Party, and the recommendation came from the likes of Dilo and Senator Yoli Kanga Lawrence. We are saying to the Liberty Party, we are not against you having a slot. But we are saying that you should send a professional person because we believe that I know a colleague of mine who's a graduate of the Department of Geology or who is a member of the Liberty Party. So if you have a geoscientist in the Liberty Party and you send him to be chief mineral inspector, we have no issue. But you cannot send us a sociologist for us to think that this is an response and those of us who are concerned.
Thank you, Prince. You raised this yesterday and today. So yes. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka, and good morning, O'Neill.
Good morning.
Good morning to the peace-loving people of Liberia. Let me say thank you to the foreign minister for saving rescuing our passport. This is progress relief for science from Liberia. And let me say thank you to Dr. Lester Teddy. Your concerns are now belated. What is belated is Senator McGill. You sat here in your past government, you spent thousands of dollars, millions of dollars for President William to go once came in Dubai. We're talking about people, common citizens, not to be stuck in the mud. And the government says, send no money, go credit for the commercial bank to start your work. You call that something you want to stop.
The similar things happened in the past, and the government was plunged into debts, which I think, according to here, accumulated some 600 million that that was, built on the government.
Marka, where did you hear him speak out? Where? We are all in Liberia. Did you hear my girl speaking out? I think you should go to a mother grave where you bury him.
No,
No, no, no, no, no, no.
you can't go like
Don't
that.
do that.
That
Don't do that. Good morning.
Good morning.
you go hold on.
Good morning. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, my name is Aaron. So I'm calling from Red Light.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to the point that I want to explore like Tanya Paloma Q or improve representation. Uh, for example, administration award company, a project without legislation is wrong. And that's why the other guy who want to say who the where the administration he was part of the pool. A rule for the 6 years. They don't make sure anything, they don't make any comment, but now they want to say law, they see crucify. So President Ware, the former President Ware will see every one of them one by one. But they honor mine, President Ware administration, and then now they go ahead and President Ware say all other things.
Okay.
Okay.
Only for the now to see.
Thank you.
Okay. That's more years old. Yes. Milton Yoko, morning.
Thank you again this morning. My name is Milton, like you said, I come from District 6. When you my attention drawn to the issue from the certain brother, when certain brother was not producing steel right in this country, we were buying steel raw services. When the brother produces steel right in this country, the price of steel rods have gone very high.
Almost
And like you
double.
said, the shares are not strong enough. The worker struggling for companies, they are struggling, and the people cannot treat them correctly. After that, I'm praying and when Nigeria becomes a country where the citizens will enjoy their own country. Our citizens are just living and street in their own country when they come from labor and saying they are low and they around for the country. When they come from labor, they get nobody can hear anything. Just like beating people while working for them. Mother, you have been thank you to you people, everything's like anything. Oh, let's sound like we are easily and we are suffering.
No, it's not bad to at least they should be able to do as part of the social corporate responsibility, you know. Okay. Thank you so much. Let's pick this call up. Two from my end, two from your end. Good morning. Morning. Go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Alfred Dennis Tuwanisam, and I speak to you from Johnson Road. Let me begin by appreciating you this morning. But I want to speak quickly to the issue of the asset recovery team. I'm just asking the president and requesting his indulgence to make sure that the FBCC, let me tell you, forward that will be necessary to recover Liberian assets, I think those forces need to come together. Madam Mankiel, the reason why he's speaking today it is because we are in Liberia. Mankiel should not be speaking right now.
Why? The man is senator
He's
representing.
in it
The man is
already.
senator representing a whole county. He's a member of one of the biggest political parties in the country. He should not be speaking to national issues.
That's why I said we are in Liberia. That's why Mankiel to be speaking.
So my take it on the assets recovery team and the LSCC. Who do you look up to?
But I think I'm asking the president to see how best the LSC can also be informed because, like I said, every forces that is necessary to make sure that we recover assets, we need that. So you can have a
So the assets recovery team cannot prosecute because even the court will throw it out. This is not by law. That's one of the things there. That's why they should work along with the LSCC. If the asset recovery team indict you, you take it to the court will throw it out.
But it was established by executive order now.
Executive.
Law.
Is that like yeah?
Yeah, executive order is the law.
That's the point.
Okay. Thank you. Let's pick another caller. David Cote.
Thank you. Let me be very quick.
Please be audible.
Yeah, let me be very quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I agree with you on the thing concerning the assets thing. They will work together. I think the LSCC boss already said it. They're going to work together when they are double or triple poles to retrieve our assets. And on the issue with Senator McGill, the $22 million or whatever will go on. This project has to go on. If you hear former government officials talking this way, Everybody may be right, talking about the law, this and that. But the main aim is not to see anything good happening in this government. So that after sitting there, I will tell you, if the road is sitting, well, you're going to fix it 100. No, I'm not going to waste my time. Other people are going to call. That's $22 million.
Okay.
It's just a title.
Okay.
And that project will go on. Nobody is going to stop it. It will go on.
It'll go on. Let's bring accountability lab. Lawrence Yellow.
Sorry, brother. I wish I was going to be in the studio this morning, but I think you guys are stress key components of the conversation. But access recovery, I think there is one thing. If the arrests, the vision of the arrest is to be followed. LSCC needs to be fully supported, not just LSCC. The governance architecture needs to be supported fully, and we are waiting to see the budget and do our analysis so that we can come up and say if the government means what it expressed in its arrests. So if you say you're respecting and you're going to support law and make it functional, then institutions whose sole responsibility is to carry out governance issues, especially institutions like LSCC. I disagree with the fact that you should have double approach or triple approaches to accountability and anti-corruption issue. When the institution itself has not firstly been supported to see if they will work or not work, then you jump and say you have another completely, and then the individual selected was one of those who was confrontationally kind of disposed by the president of the past government. Sorry, it almost looks like it's a combative approach to anti-corruption fight. And we think as CSOs who have been engaged in the fight against corruption, that the approach itself, what is the motive? We need to look at that. So maybe we can, when I talk about that.
Yeah, so as you take lead, I'm looking at the RS agenda. As part of the RS, you have the rule of law, respecting the rule of law.
Right. So if corruption is one of the key issues that will strengthen our service delivery, because wastage will be prevented and our governance structure will be enhanced, then NCC need to be fully supported. The GSC, the all targeting institutions need to be fully supported so we can see their bureaucracies should work. So access recovery in other countries are now special committees. I have nothing against those people, but the constant usurping of function of statutory institutions have got to stop. And then when it comes to McGill, I mean, what is the motive? I mean, that's what we need to discuss. The letter sounds good, but when you have power, how did you use the power for 6 years, and now when something is placed on the table, the question we are asking is, is the intention is to serve the Liberian people, or the intention is to have a political scope against that which works for the Liberian people? So motive is what you underscore the letter.
Okay.
It's the intention of the letter, the way the letter is written.
Thank you, thank you, Lawrence. We gotta let you go. Yes, So we'll hopefully get you probably on tomorrow. Anyway, yes, yes. Thank you so much. Let's get more calls up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, Marka. Good morning, Oni. My name is Emma Hammer, and going to car this morning. Marka, only let me appreciate this when you on the issue. My concern has to do with our county authority. Marka, up to present, we don't have any superintendent or the city mayor. Our city is very dirty. And today we have nobody in charge of chairing the team is here. So I'm asking the president for January 22nd, please try and please, Mr. President, help us put our superintendent or city mayor for our country to move smoothly. If I have traffic light again, Marka, you have said that the stress car or the orange or the roadside car have been sold for $220. So I'm asking I've been moved out to tell why they called the increment of the stress car. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah, scratch that price.
Good morning. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, last night I bought one card for Yes.
Let me say good morning to Oli Robert. My name is Chiro Kamu. I joined this morning from Disney to Normal Country. People Oli and Marka, I want to speak to a few concerns raised by you guys, not especially the issue about the asset recovery team. For some of us, I think we support the issue of asset recovery, and like you guys said, it is important that the LCC be part of this particular process because the asset recovery team is not meant to prosecute people. And the LCC will also be there now to backing and strengthening that asset recovery team to see how that those who will be have the hesitation to turn off government property cannot be used, or the law cannot take their food and see how that it can be prosecuted and turn over all government material or property. So I want to appeal to the president to see how best he can improve the Lagos Anti-Corruption Commission. If it need be, the GSC should also form part of it. Thank you for having me this morning.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, pick them like you let Abel waste, but Abel government got plenty of money.
Good morning. Oh my God, sorry.
Well,
Oh,
hold on.
hold
Abel
on, just
waste
hold on
more.
a little bit.
Abel government.
Hold on a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Let me try to get you on speaker.
So you don't worry about
Yeah,
credit.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, please. Thank you. Okay, so I want the Liberian people to realize that what Mr. McGill and the other people who were sanctioned did to this country, the American embassy is practically punishing people now. The amount of people that were denied yesterday alone stole it off the charts. Unbelievable. So what they have done to this country, and we turned around and get them positions.
Denied by whom?
I'm sorry?
Denied by whom?
I said the American embassy.
Okay.
Denied so many people from traveling to the United States. Yesterday was a record-breaking time.
Hmm.
The people who were sanctioned by the American government, and they said clearly, don't do business with them, is taking effect right now, and it's going to get worse. The other thing is I want to say to Sarah Besselo Yanti, thank you, my lady. I would really like to visit her office sometime to just sit with her and tell her some things that I know about our country. And thank you for taking my call.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Eva there now.
Yes. Let's see if I can bring. I'm back to back with one prof. A two show in. Let's go. Abel Placky. Abel morning.
Well, gentlemen, good morning.
Morning.
Well, thanks for having me. I'd like to begin like this. I want to disagree in parts with accountability law. You see, look, the president's executive order.
Abel, you want to elevate your voice for those who
Yes,
watch it on the
okay.
Facebook to hear you clear?
The president's executive order creating an asset recovery team is an express effort to complement the Ministry of Justice, the LACC. I don't know when people say that LACC be involved. All of those people are involved. Then the biggest prosecutorial arm is the Ministry of Justice. You understand? So the president got political advisors, the president got legal advisors. You think the president just jumped from the blue sky to issue an executive order? The asset recovery team is a complementary arm. It's just like you have the police, then you have the Ministry of Justice. Everyone knows that. Just you have the Ministry of Health, and then you have EPA. When you look at some of the function of the Ministry of Health, EPA does the same. These are all complementary efforts. It's a one government. We even need a stronger asset recovery team. You know what happened in Sierra Leone? When the asset declaration team was formed, the people retrieved a lot of money. When the people investigate and then somebody was found to be corrupt, they will now refer to the Ministry of Justice, and those people now will go. These people are there to investigate and see where government properties are. And then when those vendors, you see, there when legality comes in, you hear the word asset recovery to identify where people place government cars, where people place government property, where people place government money. It's just simple. So I don't want to say LACC got to be part of it. It's a complementary arm. That one government. LACC is positive. The actual assets recovery team is positive. The Ministry of Justice is positive. So all of these efforts are expressed to solve one goal. The next thing I want to talk about my brother McGill. You see, look, the Makibian, we need to be sorry for ourselves. We made a very hasty decision in Makibian. We need to be patient. The decision we took to have elected Brother McGill is going to go a long way defund the Liberian people, and most of all, we defund the United States government. Our brother was indicted. It's an allegation. We thought the McGee would have said, Brother McGee, go and exonerate yourself and come back. But we downplay that. That's a reckless downplay of the law that McGee did. Now you are now calling for something to be done. McGee, our brother McGee, the senator, should not be speaking to moral issues right now. Why you should be concerned about the the mess that was created by his government.
As you close up.
Yeah, do you know that the CDC-led government took over 18 million without legislative approval?
Yeah, so the borrow that money from the CBL. Yeah, to pay civil servants.
They even issue check when they sent to all that 40 million in the consolidated account when they no longer have 40 million that they have issued check onto themselves. That's why government is investigating those checks because those checks are issued onto themselves.
Okay.
Mess this country. Also, our brother Maggie should remain mute.
Okay.
Because he does not have the moral voice to speak to any morality in this country.
You settle it there in your mind, Gibby. Yes, settle it. Great, thank you, Eben Blackie.
Pick one call again.
Yeah, let me see.
get Prof.
Let me see. Yeah, Prof feeling ready for one.
Let me get Prof. Kid on.
Yeah.
What I need one right
Yeah, for all the way. Anyway, but let me see if I can get this call through. This person I've been banking on the line consistently. But okay, let's see if I can get this person on the line now. Very long, you've been patient. Good morning.
Only I need to apologize. This morning, I'm older than no, I'm serious. It's about 22. So
Yeah, I don't normally receive call, so I'm seeing the phone just ringing randomly. Anyway, go ahead, Puni.
So loaded, it's comprehensive. But question for you in your own profile, no, you welcome to the commission to when the president has the right to commission an audit and the president know his responsibility to security implications. But know that the sharing with all the security apparatus, for example, you know, they share, but they will not come out in this investigation within the police, they will not do it. Intersecurity network. In this intersecurity network,
Most of the police cases, I mean, I've been pending for it. Most of the cases, I mean, that mysterious deaths and all back and forth. I mean, in general, in the majority. In the majority, in the majority, most of the police cases, I mean, they have been pending, they're pending. So, I mean, okay. I'm also saying, I mean, we're going back and forth, but I'm also saying we want the president to appoint an NSA boss down there. Yes, because business will not be as usual. So we'll get everything. We already get a DA, we have the LMP. Well, in level, the president will say if you want to maintain piercing, well, but I can tell you that most of the NSA pop up is the reason why Joseph Boyka said, well, there should be no order at the NSA because a lot of payroll thing pop up on the social media. So the president, in his wisdom, said there should be no order. But I'm asking the president will need a new NSA boss, and that's period for my owner. That's my opinion. Yes, thank you, Puni. Yes, I mean, we need a new face at the NSA there. Yes, a very new face.
Good morning. Good morning, Chief.
Yeah, morning.
Good morning. You are live on the show this morning.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we've had several talking points this morning, but you've been texting specifically concerning this asset recovery team, their term of reference, and how is that work going to be different from the work of the LACC and all of that?
So, LACC, that LACC. If you read my recent article that I published on Liberia, how corruption is responsible for the country downward trend, I want you to read that article already. If you didn't read it, I will send it to you and you are only robbers.
Please do.
So that article is very much entrenched in terms of discussing the details of how corruption has impacted Liberia and that the government has promised to recover assets. LACD are very essentially prepared. Have they ever recovered any asset in Liberia or anywhere in the world?
It's always the LCs are always complain of being underfunded.
So one of the LACC, the point is that LACC is in the national budget. The budget that was submitted by Marka government, LACC is inside. So if you tell where government in the budget, I know the timing for passing budget. So if you check the budget, LACC is inside. Why are they complaining? Let them work. They got work to do. The issue executive orders are for 1 year. So the executive order issue on the asset recovery. If the people want to do the work, let them see the asset wherever they find them. So nobody should be complaining about work here. Who's the LACC? That woman you're talking about was the LACC. She graduated from IBP. I know exactly what we're doing there. We're teaching government. So government doesn't mean that because you got LACC, no other person should talk about corruption or asset or money everywhere in the world. So those are issues that you need to be clear about.
Okay.
We're not stopping LACC from working. Asset recovery is about that thing that's going to focus on assets that are coming from stolen money and all your other houses in Europe, Ghana, South Africa, America, wherever they are. So some people carry monies they're keeping. They will get those monies back, they will get it property.
Prof, and I want to say.
It's in the executive order 126.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
very clear.
Okay.
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 Okay, Prof.
126
Mhm.
126 is the TOR for the asset recovery. Anybody want TOR, you're getting the executive order. Have you read the executive order also?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
when it was issued, we read part of it.
Fine. So read the full document. That's the asset recovery TOR, the executive order. It will last for 1 year. If after you that he wants to extend it after 1 year, he will renew it.
Okay, Prof. Thank you.
Also, you are a talking point on my gay issue. If there's a national budget and that budget is not passed, it doesn't mean that country should shut down. So when you have a budget, it's not passed, you use 112 by law. There was a budget in the country before the year. Now we're doing from January to December. So send the high budget and this budget was delayed, they can use 112. So it doesn't start government from operating. So the public work ministry can go and do procurement, whatever arrangement they have. If they don't pay the man, will say pay the road.
Okay.
That's my game business.
So,
Okay, Professor Kido, thank you.
Thomas Kido. Yes. Let's pick up Anthony James Colley. Good morning, Council.
Yeah, good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm great. Go ahead.
Only three concerns, and one is my name and family name is James Colley. And I heard that $50,000 was given to me by the past government through the central bank.
Okay. The GSC report, right?
Yes.
So on the GSC report, your name is there. The name there is James Colley. So James Colley could be anybody.
So say James Colley can be anybody, and I'm one of those anybody.
That other James Colley is not you.
That will not believe that they give me $50,000 when my husband even finished. I have that of that. James Colley.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's hear the other one.
Next thing I want to read to Mr. Only is that let the representatives those in our house must know that there's no representative, there's no district for Unity Party, there's no district for CDC. So if you are representing one house and you put yourself in a class of Unity Party or CDC and you go against the Lagos people, we have the legitimate right, the legal right to lobby with the people to
Okay, let's hear one quickly. Great. So the reason why I'm saying the president should complete the entire security level, you have the police, right? You have the LDA, you have immigration. So we need a new face at the NSA. One of my media colleagues posted on the social media page, three continents enter the country with money.
Yeah, that kind of
I
yeah.
mean, this is why I'm saying, the man had a post on the social media that three continents have entered into Liberia with money. What is
Sean Liberia, that one block they call Sean Liberia also
yeah.
posted it.
So the police now, the NSA, whosoever should be calling this poster of this thing on the social media and tell us it.
Mm-hmm.
Please come help
Oh
us.
yes, because
Yeah, give us the information and tell us how this money entered this country. So you get a tip off. That's why I'm saying personal boycott. You need to appoint and complete your security team. We need a new face at that NSA. People can misuse things. Like I had a post and it's blowing up on the social media. Continue. The next thing we hear that the government bringing new currency or new money or what, not new currency, but additional money, what is in USD or LRD and so forth. Look, the president needs to complete his security team. If you want to keep your personal feelings, what I've said, the NSA over the time, the police have more cases that are still pending. Hey man, it's good that the president said there should be no further audit. Audit for security reasons. I want to agree with him on that. Even some of my colleagues, one or two will say, well, I'm NSA person. You don't know NSA personnel. So we need a fresh face at that NSA. Yes. Let's take just one more call, then we'll go for sports right here on the TBS this morning.
yes, let's take this.
Say, three container trucks enter with money.
Good
What? Are you
morning.
killing me?
Marka, a pleasant good morning, and let me say a pleasant good morning to all you. I phone from District 4, and as usual, get the voice of Ako A voice channel. Quickly, Marka, I just want to speak to two issues. I think when you and ONU, you guys are in studio sometimes back, and you call on the president, not just the president, but you also call on the Senate to confirm this madam in person of Sarah Teslo Yanti. I think the efforts that you both apply, I think it's paying off because you saw the quality in this madam and you knew that this madam could produce the good at that ministry. And now, what we see the madam is doing, I think it's in the best interest of our country. Now it is up to all those that have diplomatic passports in their possession to turn over those diplomatic passports so that it passes through proper scrutiny. And she was very emphatic. She made it clear that if it passes the expiration date and you do not present your passport, if it is in your hand, it becomes invalid. I think that is good for our country because on you, over the years, our imagine diplomatic passports have been in the hands of non-Nigerians. There are some people who have a diplomatic passport in their hand. They couldn't even name one county in this country. So I think that Madame is on the right footing, and I want to congratulate her. And I hope and pray that she continues in the path that she has started. Quickly with the asset recovery team. Like many have said, I think we have one government. Though we have three branches, but I think we have one government. So the asset recovery team that was put together by the president, I think that team was just put together to complement the efforts of the LATC and that of the Justice Ministry. So it is of no threat to those who think in a direction that is about with or no. We need to recover our assets. Not only there are some ministry and agencies across this country that are not running fully because they don't have the logistics. There were some past officials who have government assets and they don't want to turn these assets over to government. How can government function in the assets of some of these assets? So I think the president did the right thing by formulating this team, and all we can see, this team must work in collaboration with the LATC and that of the Justice Ministry. Thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you. Let me just say this. I remember some point of November, I had a personal issue with the EPS. Look, it's not everything for the media, the social media, or for the radio. This is why they refer to us as what member of the fourth estate. We are gatekeepers. I could use the platform and go directly within the EPS. When I got on the grounds of the executive mansion, and most of the guys have recognized me and said, "What? You come for an interview?" I said, "No, I have an issue with the EPS." They said, "Really?" I said, "Yes." It's not everything for the media, not everything for the radio for people to listen to. Look, with that post on the social media with my good friend, that three continuums have not entered into the country with money, the police should call in a good faith. Look, chief, Come help us. Tell us. Give us a tip. We want to know. Because if the public assume, I mean, okay, man,
Mhm.
many things to talk about in this country. Yeah, this country, if Liberia will get to its normality, whether it be for the man in the top seat or for the motorbike or the keke rider or Oma who's selling in the market there, we're still behind as a country. Up to now, look, tomorrow we're going to the power theft thing. Yes, I mean the workings of Mirror Bro. I don't know how is it right now because she has been replayed from the GSA.
Mm.
You know what becomes of Maritime Blood. Most of the volunteers who work with the power theft, they are now start to complain because they are not employees of LEC. They are not contractor. They are employee. They are volunteer. They can be taken out of the system at any given time. We stay behind. We're struggling for electricity. We're struggling for water. The oldest African republic. Politics have gone down deep and spoils everything in this country. That is it. Anyway, so you can squeeze just one more call. Yes, the last one. Then we'll get post coming up on the TBS this
Good
morning.
morning. Good morning.
Yeah, I call from Taylor Mayor compound.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, to your talking points, I want to talk to the asset recovery.
Okay.
You know, I'm observing this asset recovery actions since November. I think right before and right after the election. And how I started it, I used to travel along the Bishopwater route to pass through the mansion. And I kept looking in the back of the yard of the executive mansion. And I could not see one vehicle parked there as compared to years back when everybody was telling more authority. And all vehicles were confiscated back right there.
Oh my God.
Okay, man.
That mean you slip up. I think
Yeah.
harmonization. Yeah, I think yes, we have to.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see something. Good morning. Tell me, you call today? What happened? What going on? You go? Oh. Oh. No. They get problem.
So you are radio of all battery. This is why we don't talk
Yeah,
politics. We don't behave like politicians.
yeah.
We behave
I
like
will
a
give it.
journalist.
We will give you real information for this. So make your point today. Let's hear you. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Not really. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
You won't give
That nowhere.
Eh?
Yeah, radio with all battery.
Well, people
Yeah.
they live
So
now,
you
they tell
know,
the people in the community.
the NSA team touching something. I'm getting so off record same. The police cases are pending because NSA have not provided the right information. I mean, this is it. That's why look, the president, the government can listen. All hail the king. All hail Joseph Boyka. Huh?
Mhm.
The radio Joseph, the president using that Everson tape, this stereo tape like had a CD
Yeah.
player. You have to Joseph Boyka radio. Who that he don't listen? He do. Okay, so we need a new face at the NSA. Yes. Then to move on quickly as we close up.
Mm.
This scholarship, the Ministry of Education, students from AME, ZU, AMU, Zion, and I mean, etc. They are complaining about the Ministry of Education scholarship. Up to now, the listing is still there's a delay in the listing submitted for students to get enrolled. So the Ministry of Education, you have students from the AMU, AMZU, UMU. They are part of the Ministry of Education scholarship, and now school the semester have already started. What happened with the listing? You know, government is continuity. If the previous government was doing it, this government needs to continue with it. So please, the one that maybe I wish I was matching Bleating with it one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bleating. You didn't have to address this one.
Yes.
Anyway,
Now me
they,
yeah.
yes, they talk, we listen. We keep listening to us. We don't put our feelings into it. Let's have sports right here on the breakfast show. It's 9 minutes down, 9 o'clock. Today is Tuesday. Sports is coming up on the TBS this morning. Naomi Tapia is here to fill us in the world of sports. Good morning to you, Naomi.
Good morning on you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Passion of Life. Mohammed Sangari, trios and ended with extremists. The last three invited foreign-based players, including Murphy Oscar Dolet, Samson Due, and Mark Paba, arrived on Monday, 18 of March 2024, completing Coach Amarinka's full squad. The second leg of the encounter will be played on Tuesday, March 26, 2024, at the SKD Sports Complex. The Christian Association of the Blind has launched a project aimed at exposing people of visual impairment to entertainment, recreation, and other extraordinary curricular activities. The association's president, Bian Kota, said as part of this project, CAP is about to secure a musical band set purposely to train young ones in music. Speaking in an interview with this station, Mr. Kota explained that music instructors will be hired in many recording studios where talented youths will produce music. According to Bin Kota, the project, which is sponsored by Erectons Foundation based in Denmark, will be termed as Go Ball so as to expose youths with visual impairment to recreational activities. Watanga narrowly defeated Firemen 43 home runs in the Liberia Kickball Federation League 2 at the Summer Current Sports Complex to make progress in the league log. In other results, Yamos triumphed over Saros, a 4-0 home runs, and Sua Kickball Club overpowered Soa 3-1 home runs in the day's second League 2 fixture. Soma Girls won Shooting Stars 3-1 home runs to climax the day's second division fixtures. In Buchanan Grand Bassa County, Brazilian girls bowed to Supreme Girls 2-1 in Gin while Camara Kickball Club demolished Bernardsville Superstars of BSS 5-0 home runs. Royal Sisters overcame Community Youth Empowerment or CYE 2-0 home runs as Axe Sisters pinned Girls of Zion 1-0 home run to make advancement in the league law. Gisa defeated Blacktown's 2-0 home runs to climax out of Buchanan's kickball activities. In the first division version, Vision Sisters proved supremacy over Girls United with a 3-0 home run in the first game. Amazon Dread Mighty Supreme 5-0 home runs after Destiny Kickball conceded a 1-0 home run defeat against Success Kickball Club at the Samarkand Sports Complex. Meanwhile, Destiny Kickball Club Vice President for Administration Marka Davis has attributed his team's defeat to the deplorable condition of the playing pitch. The Truth FM IT News Director and Editor-in-Chief, after the match, in an angry tone, called on relevant stakeholders to ensure the issue of the pitch is addressed in order to avoid injuring the players. The newly inducted president of the Painesville-based Survivor Fitness and Social Club, Newman Smith, has vowed to take the club to higher heights. Smith said on his watch as president, Survivor will reach new fronts, making the club invaluable and attracting hundreds of members. Speaking to 2FM Sports at a weekend following his induction, the new Survivor Fitness and Social Club president promised to champion unity and collaboration in the club. Smith disclosed that he believes unity in diversity is the engine for the total transformation of any organization. He pledged to carry out different social programs to keep members of the organization together. Meanwhile, a ranking member of the Survival Fitness and Social Club, wife of House Speaker Fanati Kofa, Dama Kofa underscored the importance of the exercise. Madam Kofa added that she believes regular exercising contributes substantially to mental and physical well-being. Georgia Warriors and Star One will come face to face at the SKD basketball gym at 4 p.m. in Game 1 of the Liberia Basketball Association League. Hurricanes will welcome Sabres in Game 2 at 5 p.m. at the same venue, while in the first division category, Visionaries and Cestus Mongers will climax the day's basketball activities at 6 p.m. at the same venue. On Wednesday, Cardinals are set to face Royal Legend at 4 p.m. in Game 1. To continue the basketball leagues on the same day, Vision Shooters and Bushra Battlers will battle at 5 p.m., while Invincible 11 and Desert Knights will close the day's basketball activities in the first division category. Nottingham Forest have been docked 4 points for breaching Premier League profit sustainability rules. An independent commission found Forest losses to 2022 to 2023 breached the threshold of 61 million euros by 34.5 million euros. The immediate loss of points means they dropped below Luton Town into the Premier League's relegation zone. Forest said they are extremely disappointed with the decision, which they say raises issues of concern for all aspirant clubs. Forest are the second top flight team to be penalized for PSR breaches after Everton lost 10 points in November, which was reduced to 6 on appeal. The City Ground club, who are likely to appeal against the ruling, had a hearing on 7 to 8 March. Premier League clubs can lose more than 5 million euros over 3 seasons, 35 million euros per campaign, but Forest maximum loss was only permitted to be 61 million euros because they spent 2 years of the suspend period in the championship. And finally, Manchester United manager Eric Ten Hag believes the epic 4-3 FA Cup quarter-final victory over arch-rivals Liverpool can be the turning point of their season. Trailing deep in number 10 and again in extra time, United eventually went through in trailing start thanks to Amad Diallo's more 21st winner. It keeps alive United's hopes of lifting silverware this season and with the mere rivals for a Championships League spot, Tottenham and Aston Villa both dropping points. Ten Hag feels the win which triggered euphoric season among the home supporters at the final whistle could be significant. Ten said he believes his side's performance in the first half hour was their best of the season. However, the situation appeared bleak when Mark Allister and Mo Salah both scored in the final stages of the opening period to give the visitors the advantage. It took substitute Anthony to rescue the situation 3 minutes from time. Then, after Harvey Elliott had put Liverpool ahead again, Marcus Rashford equalized 8 minutes before the end of extra time before Diallo finished off a length of the fee breakaway to book a Wembley semi-final showdown with Championship side Coventry, managed by All United FA Cup hero Mark Robbins. That's all from our sports desk.
Yeah. With sports right here on the True Breakfast Show with this important announcement for Orange, the fastest moving network in Liberia. Orange announced to public the reimbursement update. Yes, more than 500,000 bundles. More than 500,000 bundles have been reimbursed. Yes, those of you who are Orange subscribers, I mean, you are seeing the details, the minutes added to your phone. Congratulations. Thank you. Thanks for trusting Orange. So, more than 500,000 bundles have been reimbursed. Please rest assured you will receive your entire bundles. The process continues. So if you haven't received it yet, just be patient. You have that message coming from Orange, the fastest moving network in Liberia. Orange. Let's go for our break. We'll come back. We'll bring on our last segment guest on the True Breakfast Show.
Your family members abroad need to send you money? Worry no more. Henceforth, receive your international money transfers from Europe, USA, and South Africa made via Western Union, MoneyGram, and many more directly into your Orange Money account. At Orange Money, we are family.
Orange Money. Starting today. Why not have a little more fun? Why not use money this easily? Why get even closer to family? Why not work how you've always wanted? Fun, money, family, work.
Let me make sure I got all the sanitary items I need. I'm checking my list. Oh yes, one more item. Let me have a big bottle of Dettol, yeah, across the board.
Yes, the total amount is 3,000 LD.
Okay, let me give you your money. Hey, my people, I can't find my purse. Lola, I left it on my kitchen table. My husband are rushing me too much. What's I will do now?
Don't worry, Costa Woman. You can pay with your phone. Here's the code here on the wall.
Awesome. Yes, I do have money on my phone.
With Orange Money, making payments for goods at your favorite store with your merchant is as easy as ABC. Dial *144#, select currency, select pay with Orange Money, and follow the instructions. With Orange Money, life is easier. No stress. You are watching To Pay My Taxes and Fees Easily, brought to you by Orange and LRA.
Alfred, I'm traveling soon, so I need to get my birth certificate. I need to go pay my fees, but it will take too much time.
Alfonso, no worries. Thanks to Orange Money and LRA, there is a convenient way to pay for the fees. It is fast and easy. We can now pay the fees for birth certificate, marriage certificate, travel clearance, fire inspection, and business registration renewal from the comfort of our homes and workplaces.
Really? But tell me, Alfred, how does it work?
First, go to any Orange store, POS, or Orange Money agent to open your Orange Money account and put money in your wallet. The service is available in both USD and Liberian dollars. Then to pay your fees, dial *144# to enter your Orange Money wallet. In your Orange Money wallet, select your currency option, for example, USD. Then select Pay Taxes and Fees. Next, you select Non-Tax Payment. Then select the service you want to pay for. In your case, it's birth certificate. After that, you select option 1 to pay for yourself or option 2 to pay for someone else. If you want to pay for someone else, just enter their name or reference number. Next, enter the amount you want to pay, for example, 15 USD for birth certificate. To confirm your payment, enter your 4-digit Orange Money PIN code. You then receive a pop-up message that says your transaction is successful. After that, you receive an SMS from Orange Money confirming transaction, its ID, amount, biller name.
With Orange Money, I can send money to my bank account. With Orange Money,
Your family members abroad need to send you money? Worry no more. Henceforth, receive your international money transfers from Europe, USA, and South Africa made via Western Union, MoneyGram, and many more directly into your Orange Money account. At Orange Money, we are family.
Orange Money.
Introducing the Orange Money Card to Wallet service. How to transfer money from your bank card to an Orange Money wallet with the Card to Wallet service. Go to the Orange Botswana website at www.orange.co.bw and select the drop-down menu and click on Orange Online. This will open a new tab which will ask you to sign in. Click on Sign Up to register for the Card to Wallet service as a new user. Enter your name, surname, the orange number, and email address that will be linked to this service. Proceed to enter your occupation and create and confirm your password, which you will then be required to sign in with every time you make a card to wallet transfer. You will then receive an email confirmation. Enter the one-time PIN that you received on your phone. Click on the email confirmation link to finish off the registration. Once the registration is complete, log in, click on Card to Wallet, then enter the orange money number you are transferring to and the amount. Continue by entering the source of funds, purpose of funds, and proceed to payment.
However, time we have with us this morning, like we mentioned, the Director of Press at the House of Representatives, Mr. Robert Haynes, here this morning as our guest on the TBS. A lot of things to talk about, especially at the level of the House of Representatives. So let's join Robert this morning on the show. Good morning, Chief.
Good morning and pleasant. Good day to be here. It's awesome to be here on your flagship program. You're doing a very awesome job for our country and posterity, George Oliver. Thank you.
Thank you. And you are doing a great job up there.
Thank you, sir.
How is the House?
The Honorable House of Representatives is doing very well since we commenced the 15th of January and up to the 14th of March. It's a kind of workaholic thing, especially having committed lawmakers who are bent on making sure they work in the interests of this country and the people of Liberia.
Okay. So personally for you, you worked at this very position during the 54th legislature. We have transitioned to the 55th legislature. Tell us what have been your experience so far working in the 54th and the 55th, considering that some members of the 54th did not come back to the 55th.
The people of Liberia are the employers, and so representatives and senators, when they go for re-election, there's a possibility of returning and not to return, but it's on the basis of the people of Liberia. So it's a great experience working along with media practitioners, people from different sector, people from different background, different understanding about things. It haven't been roses, but to some extent, we had very good working relationship, especially with media institutions here and outside of Liberia. It's been very awesome.
Okay, that is good. Before we talk about some details concerning some of the major work that were done, bills and all of that during the quarter, people are still confusing or still confused with this break. Some people will tell you constituency, others will say agriculture. So, what is this break actually?
This is our first quarter break. Is called constituency a break. Yes. So there was amendment done to the date affecting our adjournment, and so now we have three breaks in a year. We commence in January, second working Monday, which is constitutional, that we have the legislature to assemble once a year, and that goes all the way up to the third Friday in March. We take our first break, which is now. We've taken our first break, and we are to resume the second Friday in May, and that is going to be on the 10th of May.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is called constituency break. It is the time that lawmakers use to go back to their people and report to their people. You elected us, we have been up Capitol Hill. These are some of what we've been able to achieve. And yeah, what been left in committee room on our return. What sort of decision do you want us to take? Mind you, it is the people of Liberia that these lawmakers represent, because we cannot have everybody at the Capitol building. All right? Right. We can't have everybody. And so the representatives are there representing the dreams and aspirations of the people of Liberia. Fair enough to go back to your people and say, these are what we went through, and yeah, what been left. These are some of the decisions we've took. We left these in the committee room on our return. What sort of where do we vote? Do we vote for? Do we vote against, and so forth like that? And that's how it is.
What are the other two breaks? You said there are three.
Yes, all is being referred to a constituency break.
Okay.
Right. All is being referred to a constituency break.
Which one is the longest?
We don't have anything about being long because when we close in March and open in May, we move on from May up to July. All right. Sometimes we go as far as October. We come back in October and then we run through and close December. Annually, we close in December.
Okay.
And the reason is because there was amendment done to the Public Financial Management Law of Liberia, which now says that we run a calendar year budget. Before we used to be on break, and then the budget. So we have to be able to be in section. We come in October, be in section and receive the budget and act on the budget. It can pass in December because the amendment says that look, when the budget passes in December, it takes effect the first day of January up to the 31st of December. That is the amendment that was being done to the Public Financial Management Law.
Okay. So give us the highlight of activities, major activities during this first quarter of the house.
Well, first and foremost, let me use this time to say congratulations to all of our members of the House of Representatives for their steadfastness in making sure that from the 15th of January since we commenced, they've been very diligent. They've been working to make sure that the dreams and aspirations of people is being looked at. Under the gavel of House Speaker, Councillor Jonathan Fonati Kofa, coming up and some of the decisions taken so far to have representatives on the very first day after the election, the first day of session, to have lawmakers committing themselves and say, look, we are going to be able to declare our assets and be able to declare our assets and then publish our assets. They voted on that. And since then, through the offices of the chief clerk, Major say they've been able to publish. One of such persons who've done that and have been very public is District Number 7 Representative Nima County, Musa Hassan Belete, who is the House's chairperson on national security. He's done that. Several other members have since declared their assets and published it. And so it's coming on the backdrop of promoting transparency and accountability. And that's why this fifth legislature, under the gavel of House Speaker, Councillor Jonathan Fonati Kofa, said, look, if we must lead, then if we must take hard decisions, then we have to lead by example. And that's how they've since been able to do. In many years, we have not had the legislature audited. And so right now, as we speak, there is a proposal now with the General Auditing Commission to do what we call a system review audit, which will subsequently lead to auditing the legislature, particularly the House of Representatives, under the gavel of House.
Is it a system what?
A system review audit. That will give.
How is it going to work?
Yeah, that is, those people who know accounting will basically explain that much. Is first, it will be able to come and do assessment of how the place looks like in terms of public funds that come and how it's being expended and so forth like that. Then it leads to a kind of entire audit where we get to know where we are, where we headed, and so forth like that. That is with the 55th legislature. And as we speak right about now, there is payroll, there is personnel and payroll audit ongoing at the House of Representatives. And it is being done by an independent auditing firm called Apex. They are the one doing it. And the reason the speaker said that, look, let's be able to first know how many workforce, how many people do we have here at the House of Representatives are working, how many people on payroll. Yes, so if we get to know all of these, we know where we head. And so this is coming on the backdrop of promoting transparency and accountability. And that's what I said. I want to commend the lawmakers for taking some of the hard decisions. I know in time past, many people believe that we will not have a kind of system where we will look at transparency and accountability.
Was there any previous order in the past? Maybe the 54 for the 53. Okay, you've been with the 54, but now you're talking about a current AFS want to conduct audit for employees, payroll, and all of that. Was there any previous audit?
Not to my knowledge. I have gone to join the legislature in August of 2021. And my predecessor, Isaac Gaizon, read. And so since then, I have not heard about audit there. But I know that there have been some system control. But this now is coming from an independent auditing firm that is executing this. And let's see where we go from here. And that's where we are.
Okay. So one key important thing as the house takes its break is this issue of the budget. The budget just came back and it didn't take long, and you are on break. What do we expect? Because as it is now, there are two things that I know maybe I can be corrected. Either the leadership or the legislature can decide that, oh, we want to come back since this is a critical issue, we want to come and address it, or the executive can call the legislature back. So where do we stand?
Where we stand is that we are currently on break, on our first constituency break, and the very day the acting speaker, deputy speaker Thomas Planka Falat presided over the final section while the speaker was away, and the speaker is back in country anyway, and so the adjournment took place, and then the budget also came the very day after we adjourned. So leadership, according to Deputy Speaker Fala, he basically said leadership is there, but it is plenary that will take the action.
Okay.
So the Ways, Means and Finance Committee, chaired by District 16 Representative Honorable Desin Wisibo, is going to be able to work along with, because every county is represented on the Ways, Means and Finance Committee. It is it is the biggest it is the biggest committee in terms of numbers.
I think going to review the budget during the break. During the break, the period of the break time, I'm going to review the entire budget.
The budget would be reviewed by individual lawmakers, but in terms of execution, you have to have the housing section, because there are two things that happen, like intimated by your colleague. The house can decide to call themselves back, and the executive can say, look, okay, in order to make sure that the government function, we do not have government shutting down, because of course, yes, I remember there was an approval being done 41.3 million, and that was for the month of February. Now we're in March, and so now the budget coming up this time. First and foremost, let me give you a kind of historicity of the budget, how we managed to reach this stage.
Okay.
So under the former president George, we had the budget delayed and was being submitted in December. December, the budget was submitted. Then we had the 54th legislature. So of course, budget, you have to align it with your programs and policy. So then it was aligned with the PAPD, and the 54th legislature was at a point of leaving, and then it was in transition to have the 55th coming. So when the 55th took over, fair enough, they said, look, Markibi District number 3 Representative Honorable Ellen Atore wrote plenary stating that, look, this budget, we have a new administration, and
new agenda, not the PAPD, but the RS.
Now, yes. So, for us to be able to have, we have to be able to send the budget back, because it will align with the PAPD. So we send a new administration so that they can align their programs and policy with the budget. So the budget was returned to the executive.
Okay.
Right. So the new finance minister, along with his team, had to put a line, do some realignment. If I have to borrow the words of Augustine Gafon some time ago, he realignments and so forth like that. So they had to do some realignments with the RA agenda, and bring the budget. So the budget was received by members of the House of Representatives on the 14th of March, on last Thursday. So this is where we are in terms of the delay process of the budget coming this time.
So I listen now to the Deputy Speaker. We emphasize the importance of crafting a budget that prioritizes the needs of the ordinary Liberians across the country.
Right.
So it's something very important. People listen to the budget and say, well, this is now a thing, that budget that had no reflection on us as a community dweller.
The previous budget was submitted was in a tune of 625 million. This one is 692 million.
692.
Yes.
So that means there's an increment of around 50 million in the, considering the first submission.
You do the math.
Okay.
Yeah. So that the reflection me I'm concerned about. When we reflect on the ordinary Liberians, we just listen this budget. What's the reflection do we have on this?
Budget is projection. First, when the House is back in session or the legislature is back in session, we will be able to do two things. We will do the revenue component, and then the expenditure. The revenue component is all right. We have 692 million. How do we raise these funds? So you have the revenue generating entities invited doing the revenue component. Then Then doing an expenditure component, we open it up to have line munition agency. Okay, we give Mr. Onu Roberts Ministry, we give you $2,000. You have to be able to tell us why this $2,000. What do you need it for? So doing a revenue component, we have LRA come to tell us how we're going to raise the funds. Ministry of Finance will be there. You have these the National Port Authority, all of these entities that raise revenue for the government. So they come doing a revenue component. So because yes, because budget is projection. How are we going to raise this funds? It's 692 million so that we don't have budget shortfall. So how are we going to raise it? Our domestic revenue generation, is it increasing or is it decreasing? So for all of these things will be looked at. Now, after that component, then we'll come to the expenditure component. So the reflection aspect has been spoken by the deputy speaker is that look, let the Liberian people know and feel the budget so that it cuts across. We cannot have many people who think that Morovia is Liberia. Let's make sure that the ordinary people will have decentralization of line munition agents so people feel a part. And that's what he meant because he represents the people though.
Yes, Mr. Director, my point is, one of the points I'm continuing to make is that I know we don't want to go into government shutdown because the government don't have money to work with. The budget is not passed, the legislature is on break, and just a committee cannot pass the budget.
No, absolutely not.
Yes. So what are you hearing from your bosses? Are they considering coming back by themselves, or are they saying, well, there may be a communication to call them back?
As I speak to you, the leadership is working because when we close, it does not anyway suggest that the whole place no legislative work ongoing. So the leadership is working, but they cannot pass budget. So that's a possibility. Nothing is cast in stone. Whether the executive calls the legislature back or the legislature call itself, when we reach that point, we'll definitely be able to cross it. But I know one thing that we have committed members of the House of Representatives who are bent on making sure the dreams and aspirations of our people are being protected and looked at. And so if it has to do with the people of Liberia, and maybe if it is to a point that we can shut down government, if it reaches a point where the legislators will say, look, let's go back and work in the interest of our people, they can do. Of course, yes, it doesn't stop the executive from calling the legislators back.
In fact, when are they going to return?
We are to return on the 10th of May, the second Friday.
Okay.
The second Friday in May.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Robert, during the 54th legislature, there was similar resolution about this war economic crimes code. Some people signed it, it didn't come back on the floor. In this 55th legislature, we are seeing the same resolution is going with 4G. I mean, what can you say to that?
I don't know your definition of 4G.
Yeah, because we're seeing it gathering huge support from huge members of the House, unlike what happened in the 54.
Then that is not what you call 4G. I may not be able to dig into your
because as we speak now, it is before the Senate. Am I correct?
It is before the Senate. They passed for the House of Representatives, the People's Representatives.
The previous one didn't get to the Senate.
The House of Representatives, 55th legislature, under the gap of House Speaker Councillor Jonathan Fonati Kofa, we have passed the resolution for the establishment of war and economic crimes court in Liberia. That is what I know, and that is what have been done. And it's
okay. The 4G is
people to go with impunity. 250,000, approximately 250,000 lives were destroyed in this country. And so the deputies of the people, the House represent the people. And so the people acted, and it's before the senators.
So please use at least 2 minutes to give us statistics as to instruments passed, those that are in maybe committee rooms, and what are major decisions that were made during the first quarter.
One of such we just mentioned the passage of the resolution establishing war crimes court in Liberia. We also passed gave approval for the 41.3 million to take care of government operations for the month of February. There is currently a proposal to do a system review audit, like I mentioned, by the General Auditing Commission, and we have the budget here before us. The House is to set up a specialized committee to review concessions nationwide.
Okay.
Yes, and the speaker have intimated that is going to be for a left span of 6 months, because there are several concession companies, whether or not their MDA, what those things are intimated in their MDA, whether they're living up to it. making sure that shelter for our people, making sure that the issue of health, school, and all of that water is working. So there's going to be a whole nationwide review on that.
Okay. I think that's a good move because we've heard a lot of cries from most of these construction areas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And let me state this. The issue of Beer Mountain is before us. A kind of a committee, a specialized committee was being set up by the Speaker of the House. First, they make some intervention there.
They said the one headed by Representative P. Mike Jewett.
Is headed by Representative Dixon Sibo.
Okay.
And they've been going through an investigation. They've been bringing forth the people from Beer Mountain, both the citizens, and the company to a point. And some of those points that have been raised so far, let me just state this: we have made some progress on that. Is the House of Representatives communicating with the executive to have the withdrawal of armed police officers and that of members of the armed forces of Liberia. If these people are to come and work, they can set up their own, like the way they get PPD, Firestone people, right? And then doing PPF, something like that. They have
Okay,
their own
for the
security.
set up their own security service.
Yes, instead of having state security at these concession areas. So the chief of staff to the office of the president, Minister Sylvester Grispe, who is the Minister of State, have since acknowledged receipt of the communication and have told the House of Representatives, have forwarded that instruction to the chief of police and the defense ministry to act, so that we have the withdrawal of AFL and the ERU police officers for Beer Mountain construction area.
Okay, yes. Issue our director of press, rubber hands. Yes, stop talking rubber hands. Let's pick a few calls up, listen up from him. Let's get some public reaction. 0770.
Let me state that we while we're on this break and still moving through, we bereaved, we lost former Lima County District number 9 representative Honorable Johnson Weglo. So we also have since put in place the arrangements. So while we go along the program, we'll be able to do that on the 27th of this month on Wednesday. His remains will be taken from Samuel Scraggart's funeral home and brought in the rotunda of the Capitol building for state funeral.
Okay. Yes, let's get the line activated. Rubber hands.
0770-202-579, 0770-202-579. You can call and participate on the show this morning. We have the Director of Press, House of Representatives. Robert is here this morning with us, talking about bringing us up to speed with some of the work that the House, have been doing over the period of the first quarter. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Marka. Yes, I'm acting so calling from Jacotown community.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to tell the director thank you for his expose this morning. We did not hear with the staff anything about us, and we have not prayed.
Anything that why you want to hear about the staff us? Yeah, but the budget stayed there and impact. Okay, maybe Robert will comment on that later on. 0770-202-579.
You got a call? Okay. Stop. Meza want to anyway. Yeah, let's bring a few calls up. 0770-153-265. Let's see this person. Good morning. McLean.
Activist back then, right now.
Great impact project.
10770202579. Robert Haynes is here with us. He's the director of press at the House of Representatives, talking about some of the workings of the House. So if you have any inquiry, you can call and make your point.
Maybe you can respond to the two concerns. Yeah.
Oh yes, let me say thank you so much, McLean, for your concerns raised. Just that I don't know when last you went to the Capitol building. There's a new phase there. There are a lot of reforms. As a matter of fact, in December, during the reign of the 54th legislature, while leaving, there was a revolutionizing of water supply at the Capitol building. Boreholes, not one, not two, about three boreholes being dug. So you know the issue of water supply has been a long issue at the Capitol building, and it is a past now. And so let me state this: if you were to go, O'Neill, just even after our radio program, for me, I come to public service not to be a liar, because the issue of credibility matters. So I'm not going to make anything fun and say something like that. But at the Capitol building, there water supply. That I don't know when last the gentleman went there. Even what he's talking about people urinating all over the place, those things probably might have happened before, where water supply was issued, or now we have three boreholes. Even there was a kind of big continuum. There was a big continuum there. Well, I sure Marka said one behind NPU some time ago, but those continuums have been removed, and the place have a new look. If he have gone there of late during the inauguration, or even during the State of Nation address, we had almost the entire country at that place, and people saw how things were conducted during the State of Nation address. We're now even thinking under this leadership of Speaker
On that, I've been
of that.
in the last 2 weeks. I've been at the Capitol 2 times. I think the environment is better than what McLean is describing.
It's a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one politics. You know how right?
No, actually, it's right to ask this kind of question.
Let me take this person, Robert. Good morning. Okay.
Most of the time when the people when they go to the legislature, when they get discussing cultural issue, and go fast get the politician here, that is tell who go to the work and tell the people that they need to address anthropological issues at the House of Legislature. The House of Legislature, they bring the picture to the international world that they are culturally lost. And they don't know what they are doing culturally. Because now, they refuse to address that people, that means they don't know that they are culturally.
What the article says? What the article says? Okay, thank you for.
I enjoy the zest in his voice.
Yeah.
Just that when you're not informed, you go about saying things that you have no business saying. Let me say this: in the and Gudan is one of our colleagues. I mean, in the broadcast sector, the House's chairperson on information broadcasting and tourism is District 17 Representative Honorable Banal Blue DJ Blue Benson Jr. He chairs the House's Committee on Information Culture Broadcasting. Right. So if you do say that there is no committee, I don't know where you come from, brother. You have to follow it. That maybe we don't have the luxury of the time there on the Truth FM, but I will advise you to listen to the state radio ERBC every Thursday. We have the time to inform the public daily on the workings of the house. So you'll be informed about science and technology. Just yesterday, the Committee on Post and Telecommunication worked along with the LTA and my office. My staff of 22 persons and the RCT department, we concluded a day-long digital transformation training. And where you come from with technology issue, brother?
Anyway.
Yes.
Okay.
You
can lose the next 2 minutes.
You can use the next few minutes to close up. Maybe there are some issues that you left out to give to the public. But you can also address at the level of the Senate. We see each of the senators with their own microphone, but you guys are still exchanging microphone. at the
You are
house.
absolutely right, and we have a reform ongoing because we're doing the annex. We're using the annex bill by the People's Republic of China, the government People's Republic of China. That annex was not intended for plenary, or were not intended for a chamber.
Okay.
That was a kind of conference room. So when our old chamber built by the government and people of the United States, our old chamber uh, started going on a renovation, we had to shift to the new chamber. So there are ongoing work in the old chamber, and we will return to the old chamber where all of the members have their microphone in front of them, they have their chip, and when you're ready to speak, you put it in. These are processes ongoing. The speaker have intimated clear cut that the committee on modernization is handling that. In the soonest possible time, you will go and see not people sharing microphone and so forth like that.
Okay. That's good.
Yes, so as you close up.
Yes, I want to thank you for giving
Don't
us.
forget to talk about the salary issue they got
Yeah,
raised.
yeah. The staffers.
Oh yeah, the staffers are very. The speaker have mentioned basically, the staffers at the legislature. They are the fulcrum, and these are people who keep even the lawmakers. Every time to be able to sit in a section to debate issue when you have your staff making sure these papers are prepared on time and so forth like that. So let me tell you that my dear brother, myself, I'm a staff, and so
Mm.
the but the people come first, and so the leadership of the House of Representatives have since instructed the Minister of Finance to make sure our people are being taken care of. Civil servants, as a matter of fact, should be able to be paid by this time, but they're working on that. And the Minister of Finance gave his word that the process is ongoing. So they were processing the salaries of civil servants.
Okay.
And we want to be very clear. Some of the reforms, basically, as intimated by the speaker, that is working the issue of to see the issue of our staffers coming to work on time and so forth like that. So he is prioritizing to make sure that we have full brand new buses for our staff to be able to make their way to work. All of these are part of the reform.
Yeah, we used to
So
see that way back.
in the soonest possible time, you will see that when we resume, you will see people getting in their buses, and you'll see the director driving his vehicle and moving all over the place.
Okay.
The director. Well, it's wonderful, man.
Very, very well. So again, we want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thanks a lot to these committed lawmakers of the 55th legislature. You see that they are committed. They're coming to work on time. Session starts exactly at 10 o'clock, and we're there in keeping with the rules. Is that we should be in session from 10 in the morning on Tuesdays and Thursday, 10 to 2 o'clock, and we close. And if we are to be there, there will be a motion for extension. Then we go through all the way up to most time. If you were to look at our agenda, because we posted the agenda on the hot Facebook page before session starts. If you were to look at, sometimes we get at all the way reaching up to there. Lawmakers are putting forth the issue on the floor, and they have given the time to debate these issues. And so it's good. It's working. It's open. And on COFAS Gabo, these things are working. We're very committed to make sure that the 55th legislature work in the interest of the Republic of Liberia, and as always.
All right.
Thank you.
Yes, and always the voice of Robert Haynes, director of Preds, the House of Representative, closing us up on this Tuesday edition of the Truth Breakfast Show, 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. On tomorrow, yes, we'll look at the NSA. Yes, the president needs an appointment, immediate appointment at the NSA. The NSA. Okay. And with this information, one of our colleagues posted on the social media, 3 continues enter into this country with money. It's a very serious information there. Remember the 16 billion that we said was missing during the time of George Weah. It caused a problem. The whole international wire ran with this information. 16 billion got missing for a country. Even country we can normally borrow from, was a prayer. I said, but we can get this kind of country money if 16 billion get missing. So with this information, that's why I said we need a fresh face at the National Security Agency, the NSA. Yes, the NSA should be giving a tip up at 1 million, 100 million drugs was burned in this country. They should give a tip up, the rights continue and all of that. Look, we need a fresh face at the NSA. Thank you so much. We'll be back on tomorrow. The entire team, Richard Lucini, Marka Davis. My name is O'Neill. In the midst of all, we'll say country first. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.